Howdy, 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 my name is Sasuke. Welcome back to Let's Read Minis. For this one, we're going to be doing Bard Quest, which I've been told to essentially avoid at all costs, but seeing as it's pretty much the last thing on this website that I haven't done, sort of, I figured I'd do it just to get it out the way. Because I think I remember trying to read this once and something happened where I just completely stopped. So, you are a simple bard invited to perform before a bored and grumpy king. Your hands tremble as they clutch your humble instrument. You think to yourself, this is it. This is where all the hard work pays off. This is a bard's time to shine. First off, let's try introducing ourselves. At the expense of getting started with your performance right away, you opt for an introduction. Surely this king cares who you are, or anything about you for that matter. Apparently not. Okay then. Shine his shoes. Always eager to think of ways to ingratiate yourself in front of superiors, you notice a spot on the king's shoe. You hock a mean one into your trusty rag and set to work. This crusty old king will warm up to you yet. Keep shining. Wow, you sure fucked that up fast. I guess he didn't like his shoes being shined. Okay, so let's sing a ballad about the king's beautiful queen. You launch into an absolutely exquisite melodic paean about the king's wife. You even throw a little dance number in for good measure. The king is a homosexual! So that didn't work. But the double entendre of queen suddenly dawns on him. He finds it quite clever and amusing. He appoints you as head dragon slayer of the kingdom. You are truly an unlikely hero thrust into the position of greatness. Realize that you probably aren't qualified to slay a dragon? Loot solo. Go to the blacksmith to forge bard armor +5, of course. Let's first try that one. You point out the overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Okay, so totally qualified to kill that dragon. Let's try the loot solo. Oh yes! You rip out some mean licks on your lute. The monster ballad rocks the palace hall as the subjects are in all of your lightning fingers. I bet the king really likes it. It seems the king has heard it before. I like it as just a bar to pult and a pile of loots. Okay, so we're going to that blacksmith. You wander into the city streets to prepare for your questing. You wonder if you might want to stock up on several extra large dragon corpse satchels just to be on the safe side. But maybe you should start with the armor first. Do you think you'll stop by the smiths? Or will you? I feel like it's always going to be the third one, but I'm still going to check the first two just in case. So, first let's go to the smith and get that armor. Okay, I guess that's the... Okay, go to the meat shop and buy 5 bratwursts. You voice your request to the friendly butcher. We don't stock dildos here, and besides, haven't you heard about the city ordinance on homosexuality? I mean, I don't think that would stop people from using dildos, but alright. Okay, so I can make your bard armor for you, +5 what, though? The gentleman wonders what item in addition to the armor you would like to in quantity of 5. Let's see. First off, let's go with this dude. Okay, so are both of these going to just go someplace? Okay, so... you said about looking for the local codsmith, or groin cobbler as otherwise known sometimes. You are stunned to find a treasure trove. Cod Palace, the busy cod enthusiast's one-stop cod solution. I guess this is where Gamzee got his cod piece from. So many choices. You're like a kid at a candy store, and instead of candy, the kid finds a lot of cod pieces instead. Find something that strikes your fancy. Sweet Jesus, you've found it. Hull of the flagship, it's called. It even has ruffled trim and a bell affixed. It's perfect. Alas, you do not have the golds for it. We can either offer to exchange your hat for the codpiece. You offer your hat. The codsmith inspects its worth as a potential material for a new codpiece. It shows promise, but it's simply not worth the same as the hull of the flagship. He refuses. Let's see if we grab it and run! In an act of understandable desperation, you snatch the codpiece and scram. The angry smith calls for strapping men to apprehend you. Get the hell out of here! You find a window to a backlight and dive into the safety of a dumpster. Now admire your pride. Hey, it's the dude from Jailbreak, probably. It's probably just some dudes, though. Yes! You and your magnificent piece are alone together at last, except for some vagrants camping in the alley. They ask if you can spare any cards, but you politely decline. Don the codpiece. You don the codpiece. Now this is the kind of comfort that is only possible with the top-of-the-line luxury cod. You get the majesty of your union with the piece heralded. Bask in your own glory. You raise your arms in triumph. You are the king of this alley. Recruit the vagrants as your loyal followers of the codpiece. Your subjects instantly prostrate themselves before the bearer of the great piece, who will do anything for you. They would trust a crossbow. They would take a crossbow bowl for you and groin, and cod they trust. Codpiece? Check. Servant? Check. Now slay a dragon. You are clearly making progress here. Any adventurer been lucky to begin a quest with your recent acquisitions? You can almost taste the dragon bounty already. Wait, what exactly are your new servants wearing exactly? Who cares about that? Just go kill some dragons. Okay, first off, let's check out what they're wearing. Just a moment. You start to wonder if the attire of your servants is altogether appropriate. Their groins seem conspicuously barren. Better get them pieces. Let's hit up Cod Palace. That sounds like a bad idea. Use a little more discretion for Cod's sake. First off, you don't know why you didn't think of this sooner. Shop around as if nothing ever happened. Yeah. Oh, wrong. Back. Use a little more discretion. You order your new service to sneak into Cod Palace and stash a couple of cods that are befitting of a distinguished entourage. They return successfully and can possibly completely unnoticed. Make a run for it. You flee, but the groin cobbler is hot on your trail. Go somewhere safe and celebrate. You did it! You are free of the tyranny that would deprive your groins of a snug, fashionable cradling. You cavort with carefree abandon, not the least bit concerned with any flopping about of the nether regions, nor are you concerned with any vengeful codsmiths who you're quite sure probably didn't follow you. Okay, so, that's where that path ends. Who cares about that? Go kill some dragons. Maybe I should go back to the armor thing and say that, because we'll get there. You lead your party outside the town to begin what you can only assume will be an insane dragon murder fest. Your two companions are able-bodied, loyal, and clearly very intelligent. You wonder what their names are. You are too caught up in your bold leadership duties to ask, though, and you figure you'll probably just make up some stupid names for them later on. Where would you like to go to find some dragons to slay? Maybe I should do this first, but there's 3 whole other things in here. First, let's try +5 pulchritude. No, not a new window. Don't do that. Don't do that. And a new tab. Why didn't you say so? I got just the thing to spruce your pulchritude right up. Buy the armor. You don't have enough golds. Okay. +5 extra large dragon corpse satchels. The smith wonders if just 5 satchels will be enough considering your obvious natural abilities in the field of slaying dragons. What do you recommend? He gives you 10 satchels on the house. He tells you to come back anytime in case you need more. In case you need more. Okay, so that's some satchels. And 5 issues of your finest gay porn magazines. Homosexuality is outlawed in this kingdom. Anyone caught in the act will be immediately locked up in the king's personal dungeon. He sends you on your way, however, with a gracious recommendation. If asked, you have no idea where it came from. Okay, so that sorts that out. Let's first try taking Flawless and Dodgy to the Dragon Concentration Camp. Stupid Flawless! What a dumb suggestion. There is no such thing as Dragon Concentration Camp. You slap Dodgy around a little too for good measure. Okay then. What about searching for dragons in your immediate vicinity? I'm sure there was just, like, none. You peer into the thick forest, but you cannot see any dragons in your immediate vicinity. This quest will surely be a long and trying one. Isn't it, like, right there? I don't know, maybe it's just blind. Find the dragon in the caverns of Harold. Dawson suggests looking for dragons in the caverns of Harold. You decide to teach him what happens to brainless servants who make up bullshit places. Did you kill him? Hey look, the caves of Harold. You will consider entering the caves of Harold at some point. Find a dragon in the swamp of mystery. Top-notch idea, Flothers. An excellent idea like that deserves a reward. You hoist Flothers your thickest T-bone steak. Proceed to the swamp of mystery. You find yourself in a really moist and smelly swamp. This is where the investment of a stolen codpiece really pays off. Your groin is warm and dry. You see a swamp wizard. But I guess we won't get to see what happens with the swamp wizard, so let's do a dance. You rip out one doozy of a silly dance, dragons be damned. You'll have to slay this rhythm inside you first. Joshy and Flothers are really excited. So I guess the reason people told me not to do Bard Quest is because it just sort of stops. It certainly looks like it was going to go somewhere when we got to the Swamp of Mystery or the Cave of Herald, but neither of those go anywhere. We might check out the Swamp of Mystery and we'll probably see a Swamp Wizard and then nothing else. So, I mean, it is called Let's Read Minis, and what's minier than, like, 11 minutes? So, this has been Anachi Sasuke. This was, Let's Read Minis of Bard Quest. I think it's Let's Read Mini number 2. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you didn't, you don't need to do either one of those things. And I will see you in whatever the hell the next one ends up being. Later.